What's up guys, Unknown Misery here, and I got a tutorial for you today, and it's going to be 3D motion tracking in After Effects. And this is kind of cool because you don't need Buju and Cinema 4D, and it's so much easier. It's just the only thing it's going to do is take longer. It's going to take a lot of rendering and stuff because the 3Ds, I don't know, it's just very slow on this program. So all you need is CS6. So, and then whenever you got your cinematic, you just want to drag it. Yeah. Okay, you just want to drag it in your composition. And now you just want to go to tracker and then go to track camera, and then it's going to analyze the tracks or the dots or whatever, and then step 2 is going to solve the points. And yeah, I'll be back whenever that's all done. What's up? And I'm back, and we're done. And yeah, so now I'm going to find a point where I want to have my text to be tracked. So I'm actually going to grab a couple points. No, I'm not going to try to do that. I'm just going to click this one right here. Let's see how it is. Not responding. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. And I'm going to turn this off real quick. Okay, alright. 3D classic. Alright, so this renders out faster, and I can get this part done with. Alright, so now you just want to make the text bigger. I can barely see it. I don't think. Control Z, Control Z. I'm just going to Control X. Control X that. Oh. Alright, sorry guys. Having some technical difficulties. Alright. Now just pick your point. I'm gonna pick that one. You don't really have to be all picky about the points that you choose. It's really simple to me. So alright, so you just want to make your text bigger. And I'm just going to call it unknown. And I want to change the rotation on the z-axis, no, the y-axis to right there. So alright, so see how it's motion tracked in 2D, and now 2D isn't what we want. We want to 3D it which 3D and for me, for me, I would say, and for you, just because it's a lot of it's a long process. Put the quality down to third or quarter. So I'm gonna go down the quarter. Usually don't do this, but for tutorial sake, I am. And when go up the renderer and then hit 3D Classic and then go into the composition settings of it and go to the renderer and then put Ray Trace 3D and then hit OK, and really nothing happened. But if you click on your text, you will see something popped up. It's the geometry options. You want to click geometry options, and it's going to have an extrusion depth, which means you can extrude the text to make it 3D. So I'm going to do that real quick, and you see it gets bigger, but you can't really tell. The only way you can tell if you just do it really big, and you can see it bulges out. So what makes it really good is if you put a bevel style and then put concave and then put it up to 4 or something, and then let's do that, and then put the full quality, because you can't really see nothing. And see, this is why it's I think a lot of people prefer Buju and Cinema 4D, because you don't have to mess with all this time, because it takes a while. Actually, it took probably a long time. So yeah, it's not the best. I don't think it's the best way, but it's whatever to me. I don't mind it. It's because Buju, I can't really get Buju to work fully. The text always moves sometimes, so I really hate Buju. And this is just so much easier. The text doesn't move, and I love it. So I'm gonna do it more like that, more like this, more often. So if you see 3D text out of me, it's gonna be through this most likely now, because I cannot do Buju 3D text, and this is just so much easier. I know it's not as realistic, but to me it's good. And alright, and I'm going to put it on about third quality, and then I'm going to pre-render this to see how it went, how the track went. So yeah. And yeah, I might not be posting any videos anytime soon, because of I have a lot of work. I have an award history essay, a 5-paragraph essay, and then I have a current event where you have to pick an event out of the country, and I have a 30-question assessment in my book I have to finish. So I'm not going to be on YouTube or anything. This is probably going to be my last post, and I'm going to post it probably around the night or so. And yeah, I got a lot of work from biology. I got to go take notes. So yeah, I'm not going to be on lately, in a couple days or so. So I just wanted to get out of that. Yeah, so get that out of the way. And Yeah, so far the track looks like it went good actually. Like it's not moving. Well, it's so much easier. Like it's like just like a program like Buju. It tracks the points and stuff, and you pick the point, but you don't have to pick. You don't have to tell the program what's the y axis, what the z axis is, and what's the x axis. You don't have to do that, and that's just so much like easier. You just like tell them where you want the text to be. That's all. And that what makes this program so much easier, because then you don't have to use Cinema 4D, and Cinema 4D sometimes doesn't really work as well as you think. I don't really like I know Cinema 4D a little bit because I had multiple experiences before editing and stuff, so I kind of know where to go through it, but I haven't really experiment like more advanced stuff. I just mess with the basics and stuff. So yeah, so this I recommend this for like any editor, because it's so much easier, and but it actually does take a little bit more time. You have to put a little bit more effort, that's more time into an edit, and then like rendering it, you can, and whenever you're done with like the cinematic, you cannot undo the ray trace 3D. You have to render the cinematic, and then you gotta unclick it. And so yeah, it gets a little it gets a little lengthy, but to me it's worth it, because because the last episode I posted, the 3D text moved, and I cannot stand moving text because it's not supposed to move, and I did that was my best one in Buju, best one with Buju, so in Cinema 4D. So yeah, I finally just like gave up on it. So yeah, I'm just going to, let's see. Alright, well, this has got a little bit longer, so I'm just going to stop the render right here. Let's pre-render at 10, and alright, let's see it. Alright, it's perfect. Yeah, so yeah, I hope y'all liked this video, and I hope y'all learned how to do this, because it's so much easier, and hopefully y'all use it in your previous edits or anything. And if you like the video, please like, comment, maybe share, maybe subscribe. And this has been Unknown Misery. Peace out.